those the ones?
And they're water resistant too, but not
waterproof. Not waterproof.
Yeah, they're not waterproof, so you can't be swimming in with these shit.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and Bluetooth. My name is Brent, aka Boo Up. I'm here with my man's Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
I am a firm believer of not air purifier. Well, I'm a believer of that. Air fryers. So
Air fryer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was the craze back last year. You know, that's when everyone was having their air fryer. And my dad was like frying, the turkey and whatnot, and people were telling me like, "Oh yeah, it's amazing," but of course, I never buy into the hype. So a year later, we get like an air fryer, and holy crap, man! Like I bought some of these crispy chicken tenders. I threw it in, and god damn, this is one of the best chickens I've ever had.
Okay, wait. You got to give me the drawbacks. Does it take longer than regular microwaving or baking?
10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes. So it's like an oven on steroids, and it doesn't dry out the chicken either. It's like the chicken was all crispy and all that, and the inside was all juicy. So I was like, I'm pretty impressed. I'm a believer of this stuff. So
what's the cleanup like for it? Does the grease from the chicken or the oil from the chicken just spill out onto this thing? You got to clean it a bunch or what?
So it kind of like it's like a coffee cup kind of thing, like you take it out and you rinse out the coffee cup, and that's what pretty much what it looks like. The thing that it holds the chicken onto, that comes out, so you can wash that little grill plate, whatever that thing is. So yeah, it's not too bad to wash it either.
And it doesn't preheat. You don't need to preheat it or anything?
No, it pretty much starts. I don't know, starts right away, but I think it preheats before it cooks, but it still does everything in literally like 10 minutes, 10 to 13 minutes.
How big is this? How much can you put in there?
I would say it's big as a 24-inch monitor, or as long as the width.
That's huge, dude. What?
No, sorry. That's how tall it is.
Oh, okay. But how wide?
So, wide is... like a 24-inch monitor.
Holy shit. You said your dad cooked a turkey in one of these things?
Well, I don't know. His I guess is like more premium.
That's gotta be
ours
huge.
Is more. Yeah, mine can only hold like 10 pieces of chicken tenders, which still is a crazy amount.
So they have to be, I don't know, I guess you can't just dump a pile of chicken tenders in there. They all have to be resting on the bottom or something.
They are resting on the bottom, but for me, I like to make sure like they're all spaced out evenly, so that way I can get the maximum crispiness on all sides.
You have your little OCD. They're all just in a nice row and a nice line and shit.
Tucked with a little blanket and shit and pillow.
That's funny, man. You know what you should do? Because I know other people that have air fryers too. I'm like you though. I'm not a believer. I'll probably just have to try it before I become one. But I heard tater tots and French fries are really good. Out of the
French fries, I've done. I have not done tater tots, but French fries, yeah, they were actually kind of crispy and pretty juicy. So yeah, I can vouch for the because I put curly fries, the Arby's curly fries.
Oh wow!
In them, and yeah, they were really good. And these were like the frozen Arby curly fries.
Where the hell is there an Arby's now?
No, I got mine at the grocery store.
Oh, okay. Man, the only Arby's I know is the one that's kind of by Mission Valley where I used to live, and it's gone now. The one by the taco place you like, or the roll taco place you like. What's it called over
Super
there?
Sergio's.
Is that what it is? Over kind of in Mission Valley?
Oh, Taco Fiesta.
There you go. That one in Mission Valley.
There is another one right next to Carl's Jr. I think it's off Claremont.
In Arby's?
Yeah, in Arby's. It's next to
right next to Carl's Jr. Right next to the buffet?
I think so. But all I remember is Carl's Jr. and Arby's were right next to each other.
Huh. That's funny because I can picture that area in my mind right now, and I don't.
It's like on the corner.
Okay, okay. I'll have to go check it out. Speaking
Yeah.
of fast food, man, Popeye's chicken sandwich is still popping in the streets, man.
That is why I've been eating tender chicken strips. I cannot. Every time I drive by that shit, it's like, what the fuck? Don't these people have work? I go during my work hours, and still, you've been driving by, the line is going out to the street. And I'm like, man, I thought people have 12, like a 1 hour lunch, but
Yeah.
are these people like hiring other people? And then I tried to go look at some of the apps, like some of the Uber Eats apps and whatnot. Majority of the people took off Popeyes off their app. There was one that actually had Popeyes on their app, but they took the chicken sandwich off their.
That's so brilliant, dude. That's so brilliant.
Gosh damn.
Wow.
Maybe you know what I need to do? I need to time it and like use that one that has the Popeyes, get like a regular 2-piece meal and then put in the special comments. Like I'll give you like an extra $30 if you get that chicken sandwich since you're in line. You know what I'm saying?
That would be hilarious, dude. If you do that, I'll slide you 20 more bucks if you get me this chicken sandwich, man.
Yeah, you can keep the other combo meal, whatever the shit that is.
Yeah. So Rick and I went out to lunch over back down south. I've been hearing about this place that had really good salt and pepper chicken wings. Funnily enough, it's called Golden Mandarin. It's completely random, dude. It's like Royal Mandarin golden chopsticks put together. So we ate out there yesterday. It was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best salt and pepper chicken wings, but the food there was great.
Yeah, I thought the orange chicken was pretty bomb. It was like nice and crispy
and juicy inside. Yeah,
juicy. Yeah, had a little of that spice, that sweet and sour spice, and I was like, yeah, I can dig it. For $8 and the amount they're giving.
Oh yeah, shit ton of food.
Of food. Exactly.
So yeah, man. Yesterday after we ate lunch, I did it. I drove by just in case, dude. I drove by the Popeyes where I originally got the chicken sandwich from. The one on Arrow, just to see, I think we got done eating. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon. It should be some downtime. The lunch rush should be gone. There shouldn't be anybody there. Fuck no, the line was still down the street, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Do they sell out during the day anymore or what?
I don't know, but I did remember reading a tweet a while back when they first released it. They're like, sorry, we did not anticipate the amount of chickens to be sold, and we sold out for the rest of the month. Therefore, next time we will be prepared. So I'm guessing, they probably have enough chicken to last forever.
Yeah, okay. Damn, R.I.P. all the chickens out there, dude.
Yep.
Your sacrifice isn't in vain, though. We're out here enjoying.
Yep.
We've been eating chicken tenders to make up for it. Did you see Dustin on the Facebook Messenger, dude? He annihilated you.
Oh, no. What did he do?
He sent you a picture of his chicken sandwich, man.
No way. Get out of here.
You didn't see that shit?
I did not see recently of a chicken sandwich. Hold up.
I think he fucking tagged you and shit in that joint, man.
No, he tagged me for that League of Legends stuff. So
yeah, no, which we'll get to next, but I want to hear Rick's reaction here. Also, please be safe out there. Too many people getting stabbed and shot out there for fried chicken.
What the fuck? What?
R.I.P. dude. R.I.P.
What? Yeah, people. What? Oh my god.
So you want to know?
Maybe that's. Oh man, that is probably his setup. God damn it. I want that chicken sandwich now.
You guys should go tomorrow, like right when Popeyes opens, dude. Just be at the front door already, man. Don't get in the drive-thru line. Just get out your car and go inside. I think that's the best way to go, man.
Man, but tomorrow is like a Veterans Day, so.
Oh man, do you think a lot of people will be out?
Oh hell yeah, man! That's the live. Everybody's gonna be there. I'm pretty sure, 100%.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. Therefore is my plan for breakfast tomorrow. Um. What else is? Oh, so I fucked up too, man. So I initially had last Monday off, right? Because I was gonna run some last minute errands before my trip. Um, but the new person called in sick, so it was just gonna be my boss by herself at work. So I was like, I live 10 minutes down the road. I was just gonna run errands today. I'll show up, but I'll need to take Tuesday off to make up and run around and do all these errands. So she's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Worked out great because she bought me lunch and stuff, and I just basically worked half a day. So it was pretty cool. The bad part is I didn't go to work on Tuesday. I was out here in the streets trying to get my money together for my trip and get this international driver's insurance for the Mario go-karts and all this stuff. And I get a picture from my boss of a chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
Oh,
Apparently,
shit.
a couple guys from the office went to Popeyes. They said they were waiting an hour. They might as well buy 20 of these things. And they bought chicken sandwiches for the whole office on my only day off, dude.
Oh, gosh, dang it.
I know, man. I was crying. I was crying at home.
Damn it. Maybe tomorrow we need to go to Popeyes.
Shit, man.
If you're gonna be off, then yeah, we'll meet you at Popeyes.
Fuck, I'm the oldest one in line, dude. What time is Popeyes open, man? I want to see real quick.
I think 10:30. I'm gonna say 10:30. Otherwise, I might have to take my lunch around 10 o'clock or something like that, just so I can wait 30 minutes before it even opens and then get my chicken and leave.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Man.
Jesus, it's kind of fucked up though. I mean, just the amount of popularity that the chicken sandwich has. It's getting kind of to that point where it's toxic,
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, people are out there. I think someone got stabbed for cutting in line. People are getting beat up out there for their chicken sandwiches. I showed Rick a video of this lady trying to cut in the drive-through line and just tearing up her car.
Yeah,
people going
that's crazy
out here for this chicken sandwich. And the fucked up part is, it's a chicken sandwich is actually really good, dude. I'm so mad.
Damn it. I just want to try it so I can be disappointed, but if it's amazing, then I'll be coming back every day.
It's amazing, man. I'm actually upset that, I haven't had it again since that first time.
Damn.
Yeah. RIP. But yeah, everybody be safe out there with your chicken sandwich adventures, man. Yeah, that League of Legends stuff that Dustin sent us. That is kind of crazy, dude.
The League of Legends. Oh yeah, the hologram stuff is the future.
League of Legends is free?
Yes, League of Legends is free.
And they get all their money from skins?
They get all their money from the world, because I think the whole world plays League of Legends.
Oh my god, dude. That's so crazy, man. Because, okay, they have enough money to make a fighting game, an Overwatch game, and a card game, I think. That's about to come out, right? We talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And then they have enough money to have this holographic technology, dude, on live shows? What the fuck, man?
That was crazy. I was like, geez. See, they're using holograms. That's the right way to use holograms. But
wait, what's the wrong way to use holograms?
That's the right way to use holograms. But if you want to use it the wrong way, I won't stop you.
So the part that kind of fucked me up watching those videos is I think there was a guy that was rapping, and he was there. He was a live person that was on stage. He was rapping, doing his thing, performing. And I think he walks down some stairs, and then the lights go out, and it's a hologram of him rapping, but he's like standing upside down or sideways on the stage, dude.
Yeah,
that's
saw
the part
that.
that kind of fucked me up. Yeah, that's crazy how innovative those. What did Hatsune Miku do shit like this?
Yes, that was like a while back. I remember we were in my room too, and you like brought it to my attention. You're like, Rick, this shit is weird. Japan is weird. And I was like, what are you talking about? And you're like, you showed me the Hatsune Miku concert.
Oh yeah, because she was actually on stage, right?
Yeah. And then I was like, wow, this is the future. So I guess they're using that now.
Wait, and then what was it, like a year later? She was dancing on your table on your Vita,
Through
right?
my Vita, yeah.
That's kind of funny, man. But yeah, no, that's crazy. It's the future. I think we're that much closer. You never played Final Fantasy X, huh?
I did.
Oh,
Titus.
there we go, dude. We're that much closer to Blitzball, man. Soon we're just gonna have people swimming in a floating water orb, fucking throwing
drowning
around,
alive.
Yeah. No, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to breathe in water soon, man. Trust me.
Nah, man, they're gonna be like free diving in there, and then they're gonna be drowning.
Well, yeah, that's insane, man. Yeah. What about the person who does the voice for Hatsune Miku?
I think the voice is
it a bunch
computers.
of people? What?
Yeah.
So her singing.
That's why the
and
voice
stuff?
sounds like that. Yeah.
So her singing is computer too?
Yep. All of it. Should be all of it.
My mind is fucking blown, dude. Oh my god.
That is, yeah, all of the characters are computer generated.
What about
so fans make songs with their voice?
What?
And then
That's crazy.
if the people like it, then they put it onto the game.
You know what's fucked up? I just watched The Matrix the other day. The Matrix is gonna happen, dude.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get into a war with robots. We're all gonna die, and then they're just gonna put our consciences inside a computer program so that they can eat us. It's gonna be crazy, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we're gonna be the guy eating that steak dinner while we're being eaten alive.
You're gonna be the traitor?
No, it's not a traitor. I'm gonna be the guy that's oblivious to it all, eating that steak dinner.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Because I don't want to be stressed out knowing that this shit ain't real.
You want to take the red pill, man?
Exactly.
That's fucking funny, dude. Yeah. Whoa, that kind of blew my mind there. I always thought it was a person that was voicing Hatsune Miku, but that's kind of crazy, man. So I only watched that one video. Are any of those songs as good as the one from last year, dude?
Yeah, they're pretty catchy. The ones that he showed us, and especially the animation was pretty good. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I still like the first song that came out, because I think I put that shit on repeat so many times. But other than that, the use of holograms, I think they outdid themselves this year.
Riot, I think they're the ones that make what do you call it, right? They make League. Riot Games, they're about to invent teleportation too, I bet you.
Shit. Yeah, they are.
Like in 2 years, they're gonna teleport one person from one side of the stage to the other. And then we're gonna be like, what? How did he do that? They're like, introducing League of Teleporting. We're gonna be able to send packages and shit, order stuff from Uber Eats, man.
Death Stranding, that stuff.
Yeah.
What if they have holograms for video games, life size?
Whoa, that would be kind of sick, actually.
That's what I said.
But wait, then we would have to physically move around? Or you mean we'd still be sitting there, but we don't need a TV?
Exactly. So we could be sitting there, and then I guess the controller would make us move in the
So we could
reality
be in a ship or something. Yeah.
So like it's actually moving or simulating the moving.
That wouldn't be bad. You would need a whole room dedicated to that shit, though. Either that or, just it has to be completely dark in there. Because then you have all your furniture around. It's going to fuck up your perception of things, man.
Yeah. Or, like especially like League of Legends, you know how it's like top down kind of thing?
Uh-huh.
Maybe you can have like a table of holograms and you guys are playing and you can actually see everything on the map.
Yeah. Damn, that would be sick. They're probably doing that already. I'm telling you. They're probably going to release it next year. So when they do their whole worlds thing, I mean, I think they'll still be more comfortable each person playing on their computer, but they'll just have a hologram of the whole battlefield in the
Yeah.
middle of the stadium, so everybody's watching it like that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be sick, and that's where they could take it. By the way, if you're not thinking about that, Riot, you can hire us, and we'll help you do it.
Exactly. Just give us a lot of money. Send it to this
You fucking
location.
don't need us for that, dude. That's crazy. Now I was just thinking too, because we've been playing a lot of third person games. Like the guy is probably just standing in front of us, and when we control him, he will walk forward, and then the environment just appears, as he's moving around in the environment and stuff. That would be kind of crazy too.
Yep. Damn.
Yeah, the video games get smaller if we don't need these big ass consoles anymore, and you can just have an empty room and play a game like that, like AR or holograms. That'd be crazy, man. I hope we live long enough to see that
stuff like that. Maybe I think that one movie. I forgot what that movie is, but it was like playing in virtual reality, and all they had was like a helmet.
Was it Ready Player One?
Yeah, that one.
Dude, I haven't seen that still.
Oh, well.
Is it good?
Basically, half people say yes, half people say no. I had a lot of questions, of course. I'm like, why this person? Yeah, why? Are you gonna watch this? Are you gonna watch this?
I'm probably not gonna watch it, dude.
Yeah, spoiler. I was like, someone died, and then all of a sudden, the next scene over, you're not even crying or anything like that. You're just like, oh, we're gonna save the world and shit like that. And I'm like, but your family died. What the fuck?
Need motivation, man.
Yeah. So, but anyways, it's gonna be like that where you're gonna have a log in through Google Glasses. Everything's gonna be virtual reality. Oh yeah,
shit!
Sword
What happened
Art.
to Google Glass, dude?
I think they canceled it. I don't know what happened. Maybe they spent too much money. But that is one of the movies in Sword Art Online, and they use like this glasses thing to augment reality. So basically, whatever they're seeing through the glasses, it's appearing in real life. Next to real life. So I guess it was supposed to be what Pokemon Go was supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
Something like that, but they were using these Google Glass kind of thing, and yeah. So
that's kind of cool.
Maybe we're gonna have that.
Remember that guy did he was playing Mario with his Google Glasses?
Oh yeah.
He was like jumping up and getting the blocks and things like that. Okay.
Like it was like in not 3D, but like his perception.
Yeah. So you could look up and see the block. Oh
yeah. That I thought that was cool. Yeah.
That would be pretty sick. The future, man. I hope we live long enough to see all that shit, man. That'd be great. And that's what I think. I think for real, it was a joke about the teleportation devices, but I think video games are going to be. It used to be people trying to get to the moon is what made technology advance, right? It was our motivation for coming up with all this new technology. Now I think it's going to be video games. It's what's going to make technology advance, dude. It's not going to be something for the greater good of humankind. It's just going to be for a leisure thing, is why we're going to invent these new chips for RAM and memory and everything like that.
Exactly. Like, how can we get more into
money,
the digital? Yeah. How can we make this much more easier without moving?
Yeah.
I think that's generally the goal. And when we have, I don't know, maybe we're going to be where we don't have to go to work no more. We just use our brain and think about it. And then we're like working while we're thinking. So like it's generating for. See, we should hire us. So it reads our thoughts and it translates into the digital, and therefore it automatically does the work for us.
Dude, yeah. The Matrix is happening. Dude, robots are going to take over, bro.
Yeah, they're going to take over and be like, see this shit? You guys are not supposed to think this far in advance.
That's funny. A side note, that KDA song has 100 million streams on Spotify, and I'm willing to bet half of those are Rick.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm 1 million right there.
But yeah, man. I quit my other job, my part-time job this week.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. It's been a grind out there, man. I
Yeah.
finally have, a decent amount of money saved up for the trip, so I'm out of there. But oh, I mean not but what that means is I've had way more time to play video games, dude. It's
That's
been
perfect.
and
What
it's
kind
been
of video
great.
games were you playing?
So I did buy I didn't buy. I signed up for the Xbox Games Pass on PC. That a deal, buy 3 months, get 3 months free. And it's been amazing. The Outer Worlds, when it released last week, came out on the Xbox Games Pass. And I've been playing that for a while. I played the shit out of it. I think I've played 50 hours in the matter of a week or something like that.
Jeez.
No, not 50. It wasn't 50. I'm lying. I think it was maybe 35, almost 40 in the span of a week, and beat the game, man. And it was, I think it was satisfying. A lot of people have gripes about it because it's not as good as Fallout, or if they felt like their choices didn't matter and things like that. But by the end of it, I felt like my choices mattered. And it's funny that it's kind of like you're a captain of a ship, and then throughout your travels, you get a crew. You've played Mass Effect, right?
No.
Have you played? You played Fallout, or you played Skyrim, right?
No.
Have you ever played any of those two?
I've been avoiding it because I already know what the dangers of the evil can.
Yeah. But I think
suck me
that's
in.
what I'm glad about this one is it wasn't that long. Oblivion was long as shit. There's so much side stuff you can do. This one, it's a little bit more limited, which I thought was great. I think there's only maybe 5 planets you can land on and explore, or 5 different space stations and planets that you can land on and explore. The maps were a little bit smaller, so I was grateful for that because me, I would have been like walking lines up and down each map to try and find secrets and shit, man. But it was kind of small enough to where I knew I wouldn't spend my entire life playing this game. So I was glad that I had this time this week just to power through and beat it. Because by the end of it, you're the captain of the ship. You get a crew that you just stumble upon people when you visit different locations, and it's kind of a thing like in Final Fantasy. One of the last characters you get, I think, is Sid, and I think you get Yuffie too last, just depending on where you get her. You really don't care about them, I mean, they have their side stories, but you spend way more time with Barrett, Tifa, and Eris to care about these other guys,
Mm-hmm.
And that's always a syndrome I think I have in any RPG or game where you have a party. There's going to be 2 or 3 characters that you don't care about, But in this game, surprisingly, I cared about every single character that was on my ship. One of them is a robot, and he says marketing slogans to you all day because he doesn't have a personality. He's supposed to clean shit. And whenever you talk to him, he says, "This area is 98% clean." But I felt attached to him, dude. I don't know why. And it's kind of cool. During the ending, after you finish the game, it kind of has an epilogue that goes through the fate of each one of your crew members. And I was like getting all emotional, man. Like, oh man, I helped them achieve their dreams. Like, wait, what? When did this happen? I didn't do anything. Well, they have their own little storylines, but it's nothing too crazy. But I think just they have this banter that they have when you travel with them. When you go up elevators, they just have small talk and everything like that. And throughout going through all your little adventures and everything, you just learn so much about them. It feels fucking natural. It's kind of scary. So that game, I think, is super worth it. If you ever have the time to just jump into RPG like that, man, I think you should definitely play it.
Probably, but it's gonna suck me in. So
It
I
will.
don't know. I have so many games out to finish first.
And it's funny too. So I play these games. I like to stealth, right, and use dialogue to try and talk my way out of stuff. And I think I talked about that last week. I was sneaking around and hacking so that all the security robots would kill all the humans in the area, or I would go over a loudspeaker and cause a whole factory of workers to walk out or do a boycott so that I could walk around freely in an area I would normally have to stealth. There's a lot of places like that. I think even it's funny, the last boss in that game, you can lockpick your way into a door and hack a computer and immediately turn off the boss. You don't have to fight him.
Wow.
But my hacking abilities weren't high enough, so I was pissed and I had to fight him. And it was a long boss fight. It's one of the hardest ones. So I usually ran around, crouching, hiding in the grass with a sniper rifle, just getting headshots and picking people off and letting my crew members do the heavy lifting. I watched a video the other day of this guy that just had this giant hammer and he buffed up all his strength and defense. I was just smashing people in one shot. And I was like, whoa, I have that hammer. I wasn't doing that damage. Maybe I need to make that build and run around like the Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool enough where you can have, I guess, different play styles too while playing it. I've never tried to just brute force my way through those RPG games like that. I like to sneak around and talk my way out of stuff. So that might be, I guess what I'm saying is there's replay value to it. You can go around and play it however you want. Kind of similarly to Monster Hunter, depending on what weapon you're using. But yeah, I give it a solid, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, actually. That game is great. Yeah.
One of your favorite games?
Yeah. It might be my game of the year so far. Trying to think about what other games have come out. What games have come out this year that we've been excited for? I mean, I know I got Call of Duty, but that's not up there with
Resident Evil.
Oh, you're right. Damn. Why does that feel like so long ago? I guess it did come out in January, but shit. January 2019 seems like a long time ago now, man.
Yep.
So yeah, no, still, I think it might beat Resident Evil 2 for me, just because it's original. It's a brand new original game. It kind of blew my expectations out of the water. I was going into it expecting Fallout and got way more out of it. So I think so far it's my game of the year. I'll probably come back to this next week and figure out what my real game of the year is when I see what games I've bought.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then on the games pass, I've also tried out Saints Row 4, which is kind of stupid. You just run around. It's like Grand Theft Auto on steroids. You just run around and shoot shit. And then I've also tried Shenmue, which has been crazy. I think I've played the game for 4 hours and haven't fought anything yet, dude.
Wow. Just a lot of talking.
Yeah.
What if it turns out to be that one bar game where you're like a bartender?
Oh, yeah.
And then you're just talking to everybody.
That's funny. If it turns out to be like that, I won't be mad, actually. I won't be mad. It's just funny. So, beginning of Shenmue, spoiler alert. Well, it's not spoiler alert. It just happens right in the beginning of Shenmue. Your dad dies. So all you know about the killers is they're wearing suits and they drove a black car. So what I did for the first whole 3 or 4 hours I've been playing this game is walking around town asking if anybody had seen a black car. And it's kind of insane, man. I had to help this old lady find her house. I had to feed this cat some fish. And it's crazy. You're literally walking around this little Japanese town. There's a shopping center. There's a residential area. There's your house. I think there's more I haven't visited yet. But you could talk to everybody. And everybody has a voice actor, dude. It's kind of insane. And this came out on the fucking Dreamcast. So it's kind of tripping me out.
Yeah.
So I can see why people hold it in such high regard. I don't know. When I fight too, I better be strong. I better not get into a fight and get my ass kicked immediately, dude. I want to be mad. Like,
you
this
can
whole
definitely
time.
talk to them to death.
I know, right? I don't think that's an option in this kind of game, though.
You're like, wait, put the gun down. We can talk this out.
But yeah, so Shenmue's kind of cool. I think, I don't know how, let me just look it up right now, dude. How long does it take to beat Shenmue? If it's for a long time, I'm going to stop playing it, man. But other than that, we've been playing Neo too. the beta or the beta demo came out this week, and Ricky and I were finally able to get on there in co-op, which was cool. I love that they have that feature now. We don't have to beat the level first in order to co-op with each other. So how was your experience, man, running around in Neo 2 beta?
First, I thought that I had it down. I was like, oh yeah, I remember all my moves that I was using with the chain and kunai thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. I can trip people still, do my cheap combo, and it does work. But there are some monsters that I still can't do it. And then when we were co-oping together, I was dying a lot. Like literally that one boss with the snake.
Oh man, yeah.
I think I took all of the deaths, like literally, and I didn't know how to dodge that stupid homing charging attack. Like I would try to outrun it, and I did. I outran it 1 out of 10 times, so I thought I had it down, but I didn't. So yeah, we ended up like what? We spent a good, I think, the entire night just first trying to get there, and then we were trying to fight that one boss, the snake boss in number 2.
Yeah.
The first level was pretty fun. We were just killing all the enemies, doing our combos, and getting the feel down for the game. And that was cool. Like all the monsters are kind of different, so they all had different attacks, and you can't expect them to do the same things. And then we get to the second level, which was getting more difficult, and that was only a 3-star level out of 5.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have a lot of my ninjutsu stuff and everything. And I've noticed too, they changed how long the ninjutsus last. Like it lasts literally for like maybe 10 seconds.
It's a lot shorter.
Yeah, they used to last for like a minute or so, and the slowdown would affect everything, like even the bosses. And now it only lasts for a couple seconds. So yeah, they changed a lot. They understood that a lot of the things were pretty cheap to use. Especially ninjutsu, it was kind of overpowered when you have all these spells that slow the enemy down, poison the enemy, and buff yourself up. But yeah, I feel pretty weak. I'm like, God damn it. So I got the chaining kunai down pretty fast again. Especially when we were killing.
It was it was just too funny. I saw you working it out in your head too once you started buying your skills back. You pulled them in and then you would trip them. And then after you tripped them, we would just stab them and stomp them out on the ground, dude.
Yeah, exactly. There's other skills for that to replace that. They're like, oh yeah, you can have a spin / attack. You can do this backflip. You can even do a shoryuken. But I was like, no, I'm going to stick with my tripping ability. So generally all humanoid monsters and enemies, they would all get tripped. And that pretty much leaves them vulnerable for attack.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. The enemy variety, too, is great. I remember that was one of the big complaints about the first game is there isn't a good variety of enemies. There's maybe, I don't know, 15 different enemies in the game. I think there were 15 enemies in this demo. So that was really good. We did the Twilight mission. Remember that at the end? And one of the Tengu demons from the first game was in there. And I was immediately scared. Dude,
yeah, I was terrified.
Just because I already know how hard they can hurt you. And just knowing that we were in a Twilight Realm mission was going to suck even more. What else was there? Oh, they had another samurai that you could fight, similar to the original beta. You fight that guy kind of on that grassy hillside. This guy just had a spear. You were in a graveyard, and he just whooped the shit out of us all day, man.
Damn it. Yeah, I know that. Like, if I spent more time getting familiar, and I think if we had stronger weapons, I think we could probably definitely take them on. But...
Yeah. That's one thing I wish that they maybe streamlined or explained better, or didn't make so random, was how you can combine weapons to have certain traits on it,
Mm-hmm.
I wish they explained that a little bit better or didn't make it so random, to where a weapon could be great except for two skills. And if you try to combine it with something else, it replaces the wrong skill, you know?
Yeah.
I think they can make that a lot better because it is. I when we were playing yesterday in between levels, I was kind of looking around and trying to do it, um, but it's just too complicated and too convoluted. Maybe they just don't have a good tutorial for it, which is kind of funny because we play Monster Hunter World. That is tutorial central. You know, there's just all kinds of shit you could do in that game, and all kinds of systems that you can follow through on, and more or less. Uh, it's easy to do or it makes sense. I guess the only RNG or randomness in it is the materials that you get from defeating monsters, you know. But after you get that stuff, you know what you're going to get in the end result.
I'm starting to have a bunch of flashbacks now, like how to inherit those skills and the base
Yes.
skills.
Uh-huh.
It was one, I think we had to familiarize
Yeah.
with the weapon
Mhm.
all the way max, and then two, it had to have that weird arrow
Yeah.
next to it.
That arrow in the square. Yeah.
Yeah, so that means that thing is locked. That skill is locked.
Uh-huh.
And then so whenever you take from the other one should replace those ones that are not locked.
Yeah. Hey, it's just,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
out of
that was a
control,
pain in
man.
the ass. And I think that's where I stopped. Like
Yeah.
after I got my shit, I was like, yeah, I don't care anymore.
The same time though, it costs maybe $1 billion
It does.
Amarita and $1 billion to do, man.
Yeah, I remember.
It costs so much to do anything. If you wanted a good weapon, I think you could do anything. It was fairly cheap. But for the weapons that you really wanted, of course, they're high. They're the light green rarity and all that. It's just it costs 5 billion experience to do, and you lose experience every time you die. So it doesn't make sense, man. But yeah, I think they could have improved that. But I guess that's just me. I wonder if everybody else doesn't have a problem with it. It keeps the gameplay loop longer, that's for sure. Trying to build your perfect weapon. But yeah, no, it was super fun playing Neo again, man. We need to finish the first one.
Yes, I thought we did. Did we?
No, I definitely checked, and we have one more whole DLC to play, man.
Oh God. Okay, maybe we could do that over the weekend, and then because
You just hear the stress, dude.
Yeah, as soon as we got done with that Neo demo, I ended up playing Sekiro, and golly, I was pretty stressed, but Neo actually got me the confidence back to start tempting at this stress,
Nice,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, because I still have this letter opener, and I want to use it, and I want to wield it proudly, but I can't because it's like, no, Rick, you have not beaten the game, so why should you even touch this? But yeah, Sekiro is pretty fun, and yeah, now that I'm starting to get the basics down, I'm like pretty invested in like fighting,
Nice.
like the whole lore behind it and everything. Like it was always fun to fight the one-on-one samurais. I always enjoy that, but then when you get surrounded by multiple enemies and you only have like one healing left, that does get like really stressful. So what helped me is like I had to convince myself. I said, Rick, you're a ninja. You're not supposed to be, going to challenge all these guys, into combat. You actually have to strategically pick them off and then, fight the big guy. So yeah, that helped a lot when I was taking out groups of people, take them out one by one, leave the samurai guy, and then we would have that one-on-one combat. And yeah, it was pretty fun, like especially it was frustrating that I kept dying to certain ones, like the Snake Eyes guy, like his weapon was like a spear staff, whatever the heck it is. It was like, I don't know, came out of a toy box, and it had a gun at the end of his weapon. So he was swinging around, and that like already took out a lot. And then he would shoot me, but luckily, I started getting his combos down, and I ended up actually fighting him. Like when I was looking up how to beat this guy, majority of the people posted, like they had to cheap it up. They had to, like lure him near this cliff
Mm-hmm.
and backstab him. And then I was like, okay, well, I can't do that because I've been trying. I'm not good at this. So I ended up just going into hand to hand combat. And I was like, oh, okay, I got it down. And yeah,
You know
it got
what's
me more confident.
kind of funny about that fight? I think what you're supposed to do, he has that one specific attack that just owns you, where he reaches out.
Grabs.
Yeah, he reaches out with his gun staff, pulls you in, and then just shoots you, and that's what does the most damage. Um, I think what you're supposed to do to dodge that is to jump up,
Yeah,
and
jump
then
up and jump on him.
why do I feel like though every time I did that he would catch me?
That's the thing. Like when I jump and I do an attack, he would actually catch me.
Yeah.
So like you have to do that double jump to jump off his face,
Uh-huh.
and then you're out of his reach.
So you have to be confident enough to not attack when you
Yeah,
jump. Yeah, see?
exactly.
I
But
was
I
always
would panic
nervous.
and I jump and I attack, and then
Yeah.
he would catch me, and I was like, oh fucking shit.
But no, that's good, man. I'm glad you're getting back into Sekiro because there's so much. Oh man, yeah, that game is so deep. Especially just hearing about the part you're on now. You're about to get to where the game starts to get fun. You get a lot more ninjutsu techniques, and you get a lot more prosthetic tools to help you out. The prosthetic tools do get cheap eventually, but sometimes the bosses are that hard where you have to get cheap, man. You're a ninja, dude. You're not supposed to be fighting these guys straight up.
Exactly. And
Any
that's what
tricks?
helped me.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Any tricks are good. Um, One last thing about Neo 2 real quick before we move on to another game. Did you notice how all the enemies, their attacks are just super wide now?
Either that or my Sharingan eyes have been fine and toned to see all of their attacks where I can.
Well, I mean, and that was my complaint, I guess, last week about Neo 2 was that they see or they know the tendencies we have as players in those types of games, those types of hardcore action RPGs to, let's say for Monster Hunter, for instance, we know the blind spots for the monsters, right? We know if we stand exactly like Kushala Daora, he only attacks in front of him. He doesn't have a tail whip. He only breathes air forward. He only bites, slashes with his front hand, or he'll fly up and do his tornado, right? So we know if we're anywhere behind his front legs, we're good. We're not going to get hit by anything. If he does the thing where he flies straight up, we could just run away because there's a big tell on that where his wings go up, you know? In Neo 2, all the enemies, all of their attacks hit every angle around them. When we were fighting that snake boss, one of the most frustrating parts is he had this tail whip, and his tail was the size of the whole level, man.
Yeah, and it spins, and then when you block it, it takes off majority of whatever your stamina thing is.
Yeah.
That was frustrating too. It's like, golly, you can't parry this like Sekiro or anything like that. You can't jump it. It's because there is no jump.
It's
basically you have to get out of its range or have enough stamina to fully block that tail whip.
Yep. And it was like that with a lot of enemies in Neo 2. There's one with a giant hammer. That guy, I think his attention would be on Rick. So I would think, oh man, I have a good opening here. And he just has this attack that swings his foot around his whole body, and it hits me right behind him when I think he doesn't have an eye on me. So
yeah.
Slowly, well, I don't know if it's developers figuring it out. I feel like they could probably, from software, they could just make a boss that's impossible to defeat. You know, they could just make a boss that has what's his name? Mikolash, the guy that does that exploding lasers in the air. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
They could just make a boss that does that 24/7, so it's impossible to beat them. But I don't know if it's developers looking at our tendencies and countering that with these enemy attacks, or if it's um, us not playing the game correctly. I think they're trying to counter our cheapness now, man, which is kind of
I
scary.
think so.
And I hope,
But we had some sort of mastery down. So
yeah.
we would do a pincer attack. He would hit, and then he would chase you, and I would slash him in the back, and then he would turn around, face me, and then I would run away, and you would slash him in the back, and yeah, I think that strategy was pretty good.
Yeah.
But the AOE's like that one giant baby looking thing where it like fell on its back and it was just like squirming. I was like, what the fuck? You're facing front and now you're hitting me from backwards. I couldn't predict that for the life of me. So
that enemy is the worst. I think I hate that one the most.
Yeah.
That one and the one with a bunch of heads on it.
Oh yeah, because you don't know what
direction it's facing.
Directions it's facing. It's like, psych. This is my ass. Psych. No, my ass is my head now.
Yeah, I think Rick and I would be doing that pincer move, and I'd think, oh man, yeah, his back's to me. It was actually his front.
His front. Yep.
Oh man. But yeah, no, it's super fun. I just hope that these games don't get that much harder. Because I consider myself, of course, to be mad decent at video games. But I think we were talking about it earlier this weekend too. There's just those people that play those Mario Maker levels where you don't even touch the ground. You know, it's just you're continuously jumping on a bunch of green shells, picking up stuff in the air, throwing it so you can land on it somewhere. There's people that do that, and that's completely fine. Please don't make Dark Souls or any of these games harder than it has to be, man. I think it's at the perfect difficulty, dude.
Exactly. You know, I think Sekiro's still taking it's tough. It's the most difficult game I've ever played so far. But I'm still going through it, you know, but when you master, I guess, whatever you wanted to, then I think it's more easier to fight enemies. But here in Neo, it's like everything is complete random. Everything has 50 attacks.
Yeah.
That snake, I'm still not even confident to even fight that thing. You know, it's like we barely survived at the last revive.
I remember we were stressing out because I think you died. And he said, no, just hit him. I was like, no, I got to revive you. But I think when you first jumped online for us to play together, I was at the boss. And it had just taken my soul because I couldn't fight him alone. And unfortunately, we were able to co-op him and beat him. So, yeah, man. Yeah, that game that fight did bring some stress back, dude. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sad because my ninjutsu already said that it was, less effective. Yeah. You know, I was like surprised that they were seeing me so easily. And I was like, it doesn't last that long, and they easily see my invisibility skill. So I was like, damn, they really nerfed a lot of my ninjutsu stuff.
I think, I'm not 100%, but I think you can level it up more than once, though. Because I saw with some of the skills I was buying, I could still buy them again with other points, even though I'd already purchased it. So I think that's something that you can buff up.
I did, but it was only to reduce the amount of cost it took.
Okay.
And the length of how long it actually lasts.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, but it didn't. I just gotta revisit all of those ninjutsu skills.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, I'm not gonna pick up that invisibility. It did help a lot, like especially when I die a lot to bosses. I would use that, pop that skill, run past everything, and then go straight to the boss, which we did. But we were like had to dodge for our lives.
Well, yeah. Run past fucking everything, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was good times. Also played a lot of Monster Hunter World this weekend, which was good. They got the Resident Evil event going on right now. We're all zombies now, dude. It's kind of cool. I didn't know we could go into each other's rooms like that. It's kind of funny. We're all just hanging out in each other's rooms, dude. You got all your chickens and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I need to get more chickens because Popeye has a lot of the chickens.
Man, you have like 80 though. There's 2 upstairs. You got a bunch hanging out in the hot springs, man.
And some in the pots. Yeah. I need to fill up the entire room of chickens.
I tried to do the same thing with a jellyfish in my room. Just put a bunch of jellyfish everywhere. But yeah, it's good. I've been trying to build this what do you call it? This light bowgun build. So I could have a ranged class and probably play some support or something. So I'm just back in the hunts, man. So
the
I still
light
need
bow gun. Are you going for the one that like shoots the slinger ammo or whatever that was? Slicing ammo? Sticky ammo or
yes, sticky and slicing. I think
yeah,
is what it is. Yeah, because the slicing ammo is crazy. It is that or it's a piercing ammo. I don't know the difference, but it lands on them and then it I think it gets injected into the monster and does a bunch more damage into him.
Ah.
So it's pretty sick, man. It's just gonna be expensive having to build and buy all that ammo, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still need to do more of the Resident Evil quest, man. Do you?
Yes, I still need to get Claire's outfit.
Same. Yeah, I need to get the emblems too. So cool. Yeah, we'll probably play more of that. Yeah, you been playing anything else, man?
Mario Kart.
Oh, okay.
So that one's pretty fun. I just recently got off playing with Russ and Dustin. And holy crap, I didn't think I was going to be stressed, but I was actually kind of stressed.
Mario Kart?
Yeah. You know, and it's cool because Mario Kart, you like get thrown in a lobby with your friends and other players. And while you're waiting, you can see the amiibos, or not amiibos, I forgot what they're called.
The Mii's?
The Mii's, yeah. So the Mii's, you get to see those, and they kind of just like wander around, walk around while you're waiting for the game to load. And some of these people have crazy ideas of making their Mii's and all that stuff. But anyways, the thing is, this game is super, super crazy. So when we started playing, I don't know what speed we were on, but I guess the 50, the 100, the 150, and the 200, they actually are different types of speeds of how fast your cart goes. 200 is like you're on crack, you know, like you can see everybody really running into the walls of when they're trying to drift because it's going like 100 miles an hour kind of thing. But anyways, I was averaging 5th to 8th place.
Oh wow.
These people are really good at Mario Kart.
Oh man, do you play against the Japanese players? Those are the ones that are super pro.
These guys were like, I guess they're US. You know, you can see the little flag. But my goal wasn't to beat these players. My goal was to actually just beat Russ and Dustin. And you already know that whatever place you get, like 2nd, 1st, 3rd, 4th, whatever, you're going to end up in like 10th place by the end of the game because, you know, you're pretty much a prime target. But either way, I don't know how these people drive so freaking fast in their little carts. You know, I try to mimic some of these carts and everyone's just driving really crazy fast. And I thought I was good at Mario Kart, but no, man, I'm like terrible garbage. I am like super garbage, but that wasn't the thing. I was great playing with Russ and Dustin. You know, I was having a really good blast playing with them, knowing that we can never get first, but we did our very best. And there's times when I actually like almost came in first, but then I got knocked all the way down to the last. Everything. I got hit by everything, and then I got last place, and I was like, wow.
That's always the worst, man. When you get hit by a blue shell, then someone hits you with a red shell, and you slip on a banana. Next thing you know, you're in 12th place or something.
Yeah, but I already knew the way that these guys were driving. They knew how to cut the corners, turn really fast, drift, and release, that boost.
Mm.
So I already know. I felt it. I was like, this is crazy. If you don't have an idea what the map looks like,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
already know that you're gonna end up in like last place or whatnot.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, these people were pretty good at cutting the corners at the sharpest pinpoint turn kind of
Hmm.
thing.
That's crazy, man. So what are you guys using for voice chat? Are you using the Nintendo app?
Discord.
Ah, okay, okay. Still
But
not
I got a
using the app?
notification that yeah, some guy was like launching the I guess the Nintendo app voice chat.
Uh,
And of course nobody's gonna join that shit. So
oh, someone in your lobby that you were
yeah,
racing in?
somebody in the lobby
Oh,
and then it
okay.
like messaged everybody or whatever.
That's kind of funny, dude. That's actually really hilarious, man. Oh man. But yeah, I think that's it, man. That's all. I've been playing a lot of video games, man. But after talking about it, it doesn't seem like it's been a lot. I feel like I sold my soul for a couple days to Outer Worlds, man. Um, and now I guess I'm looking for the next game to sell my soul to. We got a lot of games to play next week, man. Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out,
Mm.
and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order comes out too, man.
Yep, so many
I
games
know, man. I can't wait for that Star Wars game. Actually, it's gonna be like Sekiro but lightsabers, man.
with lightsabers. It's gonna be sick.
I think what sold me the most was, I mean, it was already cool, right? You have a lightsaber and you're cutting down stormtroopers, robots. You get to slow down time and all that stuff. That stuff was pretty cool. That can be expected from a Star Wars game. But when they started showing that you have to fight giant monsters, Dark Souls style, that's what was like, okay, this is confirmed for me, dude. I'm buying this.
Yep.
I just hope it's not bullshit where uh I don't know. It's you have a lightsaber, right? These things can fucking cut through anything. I better not run into a random monster that can take a lightsaber hit. That's gonna be horseshit to me, man.
What if he can regenerate though?
That makes more sense. And survive unless you hit him in a critical spot, and that makes more sense to me, man.
Yeah, or what if you're like fighting a slime and it eats
Ooh.
lightsabers?
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah. There's always been those arguments, right? What's stronger, the lightsaber or Excalibur, whatever bullshit, arguments that are there. That's a good one that I don't think anyone's thought of. Or at least I've never heard about it. A lightsaber versus a slime monster.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Would it just melt the slime or evaporate it?
Yeah.
So many
Or
questions.
just make
dude.
them more a plasma slime.
Yeah, yeah. And it would absorb into your lightsaber, man. Oh, man. But yeah, so we'll have a lot to play next week, man. I know I'm probably going to go super hard on Star Wars first. Just because the Switch, man, I'm going to have that with me during my travel. So I'll be playing that shit everywhere, bro.
Excellent.
Pokemon it up. Do you have to be connected to the internet at all times with Pokemon?
No.
Okay.
Not well, at least not for Let's Go. But if we're gonna be doing those raids, that
Oh,
four-man
yeah.
raid thing, then yeah, you're gonna have to connect
Get
up.
online. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's cool. I'll probably just, during my trip, I'll just solo it up, dude. And then get with you guys afterwards, man.
Exactly.
Um,
But I think 100% you're not gonna even pull out your Switch during Japan.
Probably not. But
One
it's
hundred
it's it's
percent.
still like a 13-hour flight, man. So
Oh yeah.
I'll
From
have
and
some
to
time to
Japan,
play.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
but during your stay at Japan, you are not gonna touch any of your electronics.
Yeah, no, that's probably true.
Because we brought like ours and we knocked out like maybe 11 o'clock whenever we got back. We woke up early morning, we were already out the door exploring Japan kind of thing. So we never really had time to just lay down in bed and play games. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, no, looking forward to next week for sure. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. I started Shenmue, I'm like kind of digging it. I just need to see what the action fighting is like. Depending on that, I might just drop
None.
it. I hope it's not good, so I don't
It's
continue
gonna be
playing it, man.
cut scenes for you.
Well, yeah. Speaking of cutscenes, man, I might have to buy Death Stranding eventually, man. I was telling Rick before we started recording that uh, I think the game really is you just deliver fucking packages, you know? To
Yeah, I don't
get
want to spoil it, so I didn't. I
yeah,
omitted that information.
yeah. No, you're just delivering packages, right, from one place to another. And I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's just like Honey Pop, where we do these puzzles just to further the story, right? So,
I think you're gonna have to actually buy the game next week
no
because
way. That's Stranding. I'm not gonna buy that shit next week.
because people are gonna stop playing it by next year. So
Mmm.
then you won't have as many people
Interesting.
building
Interesting.
buildings and bridges and stuff. You might as well play it when
There's
it's
a lot of
hyped
people.
right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the part of the game that intrigued me to play it even more was that the world is kind of shared, where you travel through this terrain to deliver packages and shit, um, to continue the story. But at the same time, you can build a road, you could build a bridge to make that easier, put ladders up, put ropes so you can climb down mountains easier.
Mm-hmm.
That just doesn't exist in your world, though. It exists for however many other people um, in that same area as you. And they have a limiting kind of thing to it. I don't know what they just get destroyed after a certain amount of time or after a certain amount of use. Um, but shit, that feature is kind of amazing to me. Have you ever played Journey?
Negative.
So Journey, it's kind of a random. It's super short. You're just this little dude that's really on a journey, and you're just grinding and flying through like a desert, some ruins and stuff. Somewhere along the way, you meet this little buddy that helps you through some of the like. I can't remember exactly how they help you, but I think it's similar to Death Stranding, Last of Us, where they boost you up so you can jump higher, or they can hold your hand and help you grab stuff, things like that.
Uh-huh.
And the whole time you're playing, you just think it's an NPC, and then it's not until the very end you realize, holy shit, that was another player this whole time. And the more I played through it a couple more times, and yeah, sometimes I was playing with a person that had no idea what they were doing. They would walk in the complete opposite direction, dude. But that was cool because it puts a sense of community. That guy could be walking in the completely wrong direction, but just like my first time playing, that guy was there to help me jump those gaps or push me through certain parts. I could be that person for this new guy, help him, lead him in the right direction and stuff. I think having that without forcing multiplayer is kind of amazing. So I think that's what really intrigued me about Death Stranding. Not saying anything about the story, because as soon as I saw that feature, I completely stopped watching videos about it because I don't want to spoil it for myself. It could be the worst story in the world, but the fact that I can use other people's bridges or build a bridge for somebody is really intriguing to me. So maybe Rick's right, though. By next year when I buy it, no one's going to be playing, so there's not going to be any bridges at all.
Exactly.
That being said, though, I can see where there's a whole community of people that are just really, really hardcore Hideo Kojima fans that'll keep the ecosystem up, that'll just continuously build bridges and all kinds of stuff. So I can kind of see that happening. But yeah, probably now. It must have been weird then. That must have been why it got such shitty reviews, or all these people that got the game a week early. I wonder what it was like for them if they were the ones that had to build everything and they had access to nothing for themselves. That must have been weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, there's too many video games and not enough time. I think that's gonna be the new slogan of the show, man. So it really is not enough time for all this shit, dude. I wish.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Anything Anything else you're gonna be playing? You're gonna be playing the same thing too next week? Jedi and Pokemon Go or Pokemon?
Jedi, Pokemon, Luigi's Mansion.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
I'm hoping to finish Sekiro. Do you think I can finish Sekiro by next week? If I play roughly 2 hours a day.
No, because now that I'm thinking about it, there's a couple of bosses that are assholes, especially the last boss. So I'll just let you know now. The last boss has maybe 3 forms. He has 3 of those circles where you have to stab him. So some bosses are kind of a pain in the ass, dude. So depending on how good you get, actually, no, I won't say that. It is possible. You might be able to finish it by next week, dude.
So next year.
No, next week you'll be able to beat it.
Next year, gotcha.
No, but we got to do Monster Hunter World, man. I got to get my RPD badge, dude.
Oh yeah. We got to do that too.
As well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that is it for us this week. We'll see you guys next week. But until then, Rick, you got a question for me or what?
So, what are the souvenirs you're going to bring back from Japan? For you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Fuck, nothing, dude. Memories, man.
What? No. I'm
going to buy everything for everybody else, dude. I never buy myself souvenirs from anyone.
Really? You're never going to buy, you're not going to buy like a katana, like a samurai helmet?
I won't be able to bring that back home, dude.
A samurai armor?
No. I'll buy what I always buy. A patch of the Japanese flag, dude. I bought that everywhere I've went. I haven't put it on anything. One day I will. But yeah, dude, probably just a patch of the Japanese flag.
I'm pretty sure you're getting that left
there. I'm saying there's like a 10% chance, dude. 10% chance I'm not coming. But we will see you guys next